users lose all sense of reality and enter another world. Remember, do not underestimate the power of PlayStation.
Alright, so guys, welcome to PS Insight, a series dedicated to everything PlayStation. We got some fascinating news tonight, so let's get right into it. So apparently leaked PlayStation research explained that single player games are thriving, which some interesting stuff in this article, so let's get into it. In a report from Vice, leaked internal PlayStation data shows that single player games are thriving. The data also breaks down how PlayStation 5's activities came to be. And if you don't know what that is, people who don't have own a PS5 or never seen a UI video, the activities tab allows you to select like options or like mini missions inside of a game, like how many hours to do this activity or even trophy collection. It gives you like a time and percentage of certain activities in the game, which I think is really useful. If you see my reaction from months ago to PS UI reveal, I got pretty excited because not a lot of people utilize something like that. Like an article goes in detail here, I tell you here, but in regards to single player games, PlayStation Games points out common words by players such as if they have enough time to play a single player game or how to talk about it without spoilers. And Sony points out while it is great for everyone to spend hours playing games, most people have other responsibilities, whether it be playing with children. I read it so wrong. Most people have other responsibilities, whether it be having children or full-time jobs. With that in mind, PlayStation wonders how they can make single player games a larger part of people's free time. So which going back to what I said earlier, I was actually playing Uncharted 4, and a good example of this year's The Last of Us Part 2. While they were both fantastic games, I'm actually going to lean to more Last of Us Part 2. It dragged on a bit, and I wanted to know when this game to end because I was just wanting to be finished with it. And the PlayStation 5 gives you that ability to see how much time you have left with games, which I think is a great feature. And going further down the quote, he says, "We can change how we start playing to which part should I start playing. Read the next side of the screenshot from Uncharted. The options are there. The choices are clear. The game is calling. Pick up the controller. It's time to play." So yeah, this is I think this is great. While they're finding out like how much they can actually track how much playtime people are doing with the single player games, and it seems to be single player games only. They didn't mention multiplayer games here, it seems. Yeah, and this is a very useful feature, and the fact that they like analyze single player games is pretty great, because it's like people still love single player games. Who doesn't? I love them. That's my favorite time to play. Like I kind of acknowledge that as I got older, you know, multiplayer games they're not bad. It just playing by yourself, just being immersed in that world is so much better than playing with other people. No offense. Yeah. I mean, like, and you know, like months years ago, you had people like EA try to kill off single player games or try to say they're not with the current times, when PlayStation games and even Nintendo games comes out and just dominates single player experiences. And we have something like Avengers, a major IP nowadays, and it bombed as a games of service. So it's some interesting data here. I'm glad single player games are thriving. I hope they continue to, because they're the best way to play. So yeah, it's a little short article. Interesting article. Data. But something we kind of already knew. We should look at PlayStation's sales of games. And not even PlayStation, Nintendo's too. I guess we say Microsoft, they have single player games, you know. But yeah, if you guys like this video, give it a like. You share it, be nice, comment. What you think about single player games before multiplayer games? Hit it below. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Take care.